President Donald Trump is evaluating the situation regarding his embattled National Security Advisor Michael Flynn's conversations with Russia's ambassador to the U.S., the White House said Monday, deepening the uncertainty surrounding Flynn's future in the new administration. Flynn apologized privately for the controversy to Vice President Mike Pence, according to a White House official. Pence, relying on information from Flynn, publicly vouched that the retired Army Lieutenant General did not discuss U.S. sanctions against Russia in calls late last year. Flynn has since told the White House that sanctions may have come up. White House spokesman Sean Spicer said Trump was consulting with Pence about his conversations with the National Security Advisor. Asked whether the president had been aware that Flynn might discuss sanctions with the Russian envoy, Spicer said, "No, absolutely not." Trump, who comments on a steady stream of issues on his Twitter feed, has been conspicuously silent about the matter since The Washington Post reported last week that Flynn had discussed sanctions with the Russian envoy. A U.S. official told the Associated Press that Flynn was in frequent contact with Ambassador Sergei Kislyak on the day the Obama administration slapped sanctions on Russia for election-related hacking, as well as at other times during the transition. Earlier Monday, White House Counselor Kellyanne Conway said Trump had full confidence in Flynn, though her assertions were not backed up by other senior Trump aides. Spicer would say only that Flynn was continuing to carry out his daily functions. The conflicting signals created confusion at the White House, with reporters crowding around Spicer's office for hours Monday afternoon seeking information on Flynn's future. Several House Democrats called on Oversight Committee Chairman Jason Chaffetz, Utah, to launch an investigation into Flynn's ties to Russia. House Democratic leader Nancy Pelosi called for Flynn to be fired, saying he cannot be trusted not to put Putin before America. Republican Senator Susan Collins of Maine said that if Pence were misled, I can't imagine he would have trust in General Flynn going forward. She said it would also be troubling if Flynn had been negotiating with a foreign government before taking office. It's illegal for private citizens to conduct U.S. diplomacy. Flynn's conversations also raise questions about Trump's friendly posture toward Russia after U.S. intelligence agencies concluded that Moscow hacked Democratic emails during the election. The controversy comes as Trump and his top advisors seek to steady the White House after a rocky start. The president, who seeks input from a wide range of business associates, friends, and colleagues, has been asking people their opinions on his senior team, including Spicer and Chief of Staff Reince Priebus. Advisors have privately conceded that the White House spit out too many disparate messages in the first few weeks, though they also note that the president's own tweets sometimes muddy the day's plans before most of the White House staff has arrived for work. Trump voiced support for Priebus Monday, saying the chief of staff was doing not a good job, a great job. But he did not make a similar show of support for his national security advisor. Flynn sat in the front row of Trump's news conference with Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau earlier Monday. The president did not receive a question about Flynn's future from a pair of reporters, and he ignored journalists' shouted follow-up inquiries as he left the room.